Ms. Mayor, we're live.
Thank you, David. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our regular city council meeting. Today is Wednesday, September 2nd, and it is 7:02 p.m. As you can see, I'm wearing this fancy hat because we are honoring our American Little League girls, which we will be mentioning in a short while, but I just wanted to let you know why I was wearing this beautiful hat. Thank you. Thank you for the hat. I love it.
Mayor, just for the record, today is September 3rd.
Oh, the 3rd, you're right. September 2nd was yesterday. When I'm not at work, my other job, I lose track of days. But anyways, it's September 3rd.
Thank you.
Do we have Pastor Jackson? Yes, we do. If we can all stand, please. I'll take off my hat.
Heavenly Father, we come before you right now in the name of the Lord and giving you praise, glory, and honor, and thank you. Thank you for your hand being up on the city called Baldwin Park. Thank you, Lord God, that you're touching the mayor, city council people, and all of those that are making Baldwin Park to work like a fine watch. We're asking you, Lord God, and putting your hands on the fire department, our police department, that they can roll around and do what they need to do to keep our city protected, Lord God, and be able to go home to their families and live a regular family life. Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for touching our schools. Our children need your hand upon them, keeping them away from the gangs and keeping them away from drugs, like this ball team here, Lord God, and keeping them busy doing productive things to enhance our city. We ask you, Lord, to move upon our businesses as well, Lord God, that the businesses will prosper here in Baldwin Park, not have to go anywhere else, but prosper right here in this city, Lord God. We're asking you to touch in our homes and bringing our children together with the parents, Lord God, and the parents together with the children. We acknowledge you in all of our ways, that you will direct our path. We need you, and we thank you, Lord God, for being with us and directing us. In the name of the Lord, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Now, if you can please put your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, and justice for all. One nation under God. Don't you ever forget that. Okay. We can please have roll call
Yes, Mayor. Mayor Avila,
here.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Here.
Councilmember Ayala,
Here.
Councilmember Estrada,
Here.
Councilmember Lozano.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. City Attorney, do we have anything to report from closed session?
Thank you, Mayor. We had 5 items on the closed session. The council discussed each one of them and provided direction, and there's nothing further to report.
Thank you for that. Okay, now for the announcements. The City Council are also members of the Board of Directors of the Baldwin Park Charitable Relief Foundation, which are concurrently convening with the City Council this evening. And now we are going to proclamations, accommodations. The first proclamation, Councilmember Lozano will be presenting.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This recognition is presented to Adriana Avila, Board Member, Education Committee Chair, and volunteer at the Greater Los Angeles and Central Coast Chapter of the America Foundation for Suicide Prevention. In recognition of 2025 Suicide Prevention Week, whereas in 2023, suicide was the 11th leading cause of death over in the United States and the second leading cause of death among individuals ages 10 to 34 years of age. And whereas in the United States in 2023, over 49,000 individuals died by suicide. The rate increased approximately 36% in the U.S. from 2000 to 2023. In 2023, an estimated 12.8 million adults aged 18 years or older reported having serious thoughts of suicide, and 1.5 million adults attempted suicide in the past year. Most people who survive a suicide attempt, 85 to 95% go on to engage in life. And whereas in 2023, 2 in 10 high school students seriously consider attempting suicide, and almost 1 in 10 high school students reported that they had made at least one suicide attempt in the past year. In 2020, Los Angeles County experienced 3,399 suicide attempts. And whereas if someone can get through the intense and short moments of active suicide crisis, they are unlikely to ultimately die from suicide. Everyone has a role to play in preventing suicide and can learn suicide risk and warning signs. An organization such as the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention envision a world without suicide and are dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide through research, education, advocacy, and resources for those who have lost someone to suicide struggles themselves. Now, Mayor Alejandra Avila, Mayor Pro Tem Damian, Councilmember Jean M. Ayala, Councilmember Emmanuel Estrada, and myself, Manuel Lozano, City Clerk Christopher Sines, and City Treasurer Joanna Valenzuela do hereby proclaim September 7th to the 13th at 2025 as a Suicide Prevention Week. In this city at Baldwin Park, and encourage staff, residents, and organizations to promote awareness and develop and implement strategies to increase access to and the delivery of mental health, substance use, and suicide prevention crisis care, treatment, and recovery services. And I just want to share, this past Sunday, I received a call from a very good friend of mine who said his nephew committed suicide, and it's within that range, a very young individual. So all the youth that are here, of course, it goes across with to adults as well, that if you need help, get that help, and don't keep it to yourself. Make sure that you share with someone that will hopefully assist you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, Adriana? Oh, Avila.
You have a picture, Adrian. Oh, how fun.
Come on up. Come on up, come on up.
Come on up, come on up.
You go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So yes, my name is Adriana Avila, and I'm here with Maria. And I am a board member for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I am a board member and I am part of the Education Committee Chair. And as such, I do a lot of talks, presentations, bringing awareness. AFSP, our mission is to save lives and bring hope to those affected of suicide, whether it's prevention, postvention. My why is because my little sister came to me during a crisis. So with that said, there's a lot of research that shows that there is time in between the crisis and the crisis and the intervention that can save lives. So that is my mission, to spread resources, awareness, to provide education, and as such here as well too with communities. So thank you so much for having us. Maria, do you want to share?
My name is Maria Gonzalez. I'm the resident here from Baldwin Park since 1992. My why of joining the organization is because I lost a cousin, which is more my brother than he was my cousin. And I have, my daughters have, one of them has ideation and the other one attempted. And in May 8th, 2020, I attempted myself. But I'm here and I want to spread the word that we're here to help no matter what. You're never alone. If it wasn't for a friend, I probably wouldn't be standing here. But she reached out and had me on the phone until I was okay. But I am also the co-chair, second year in a row, So if you're willing to come out to come and walk with us, we have bookmarks.
Mm.
We have bookmarks with us. If you want more information, just let us know and we'll give you more information. Thank you.
See.
I'm gonna,
Oh. This.
I know what to do.
Okay. And now we are moving on to the next presentation. It's Certificate of Recognition for the Baldwin Park American Little League Girls Softball. Where are you girls? Let me hear you. And the reason is because they won the state championship or they participated in the state championship. It's not the first time, it's not the second time. So you guys are amazing. So I'm going to have Councilmember Ayala read the bio and then present the certificate. So what we'll do is she'll read out the names and then we can have all the girls line them up here in the front. And Coach, we're going to give you the certificates and you can just hand it to them, if that's okay. Yes, okay. Go ahead, Ms. Ayala.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. First of all, I just want to say, personally, girls, I'm so very proud of all of you. I've known some of you over many years, and I'm really excited that you've brought this kind of favorable recognition to our community. And I know that the support that your parents and your league and all of your supporters have brought you to this point. So we as a council are so proud of you. So it's my honor to recognize the Baldwin Park American Little League girls senior softball. This summer, the Baldwin Park American Little League softball All-Stars proudly represented Southern California with an extraordinary run of accomplishments. The team began their journey by capturing the Southern California State Championship, a testament to their dedication, teamwork, and determination. Building on that success, the team advanced to the Western Regionals in Missoula, Montana, a week-long tournament showcasing the very best from across the West. Facing top-tier competition, the team battled their way into the championship game, finishing as Western Regional finalists, second place, just one win away from the Little League World Series. This historic achievement marks one of the league's proudest moments and shines a spotlight on the talent, grit, and sportsmanship of the players, coaches, and families who made it possible. We couldn't be prouder of these remarkable athletes, coaches, and families who carried the Baldwin Park American spirit with hustle, heart, and determination every step of the way. SoCal champs, regional finalists, one game from the World Series. The future is brighter than ever with this incredible team. And it's my honor to recognize you. So as Mayor mentioned, I will name all players and coaches. And if you could just come up to the dais right here. And I will be giving the certificates to our new president of Baldwin Park American, Frank Maciel. So I'll be giving those to him. But our recognition reads, the city of Baldwin Park is proud to recognize you for your leadership and dedication. Congratulations for winning the 2025 Southern California State Championships and advancing to the Western Regionals in Missoula, Montana, and winning second place. We applaud you for your hard work and commitment and for being an extraordinary athlete. Thank you for the favorable recognition that you bring to your league and to our Baldwin Park community. Presented this third day of September 2025 by our Mayor Alejandra Avila, our Mayor Pro Tem Daniel Damian, our council members Emmanuel J. Estrada, Council Member Manuel Lozano, our City Clerk Christopher Science, our City Treasurer Joanna Valenzuela, and myself, your Council Member Gina Ayala. So I'm going to name all of you, and if you could just come on up. We can applaud them each, or let's save it till the end. Our first one is for Kayla Iniguez. Coaches, if you could come up here, and council, if you want to join down there. Our next one, oh, nice, Marlene Diaz. Our next one, who she was on me about this, I really appreciate her, Nayeli Lopez. Our next athlete, Melanie Bordigan. Our next recipient, Jocelyn Boone. Our next recipient, Alina Mora. Our next athlete, Olivia Banuelos. Our next recipient, Betty Rosas. Our next recognition for Reina Granados. Our next recognition for Karina Wilson. Our next recognition for the wonderful Mila Elizalde. Our next recognition for Emmy Montezuma. Our next recognition are for Jesse Rojas, Memo Lopez, Joey Boone, come on up, Eric Bordigan, Lupa Silva Lopez, our team mom. Let's hear it for them.
One more for the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, they would like to say something, Mayor.
Okay, want to come to the microphone? Right here. Okay, here you go. Coach, here you go. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Gonna sing or?
Actually,
Just want to say thank you to the city for supporting these girls. It was a wonderful experience for us coaches. once in a lifetime, coming close to making Little League World Series. Couldn't be more prouder than this whole team. Girls battled. We were counted out from the beginning. Just a little story. Half of the girls weren't even there when we were supposed to be there on opening day. We only had about 7 players since we had to scramble and get everybody's airline tickets, and all the girls, after we won state, it was only a 3-day difference to travel to Montana. And everything was against us, but we came up on top, and we almost made it. So I couldn't be prouder than all of you guys, and I'm pretty sure the city's proud of all you guys as well for making it that far when we were counted out from the beginning. And thank you all for the recognition, and thanks to the president for the league and giving us a chance of making it that far.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure these girls get the recognition that they deserve, and I don't think there's anyone else more that can do that than Victor Velasco, who's seen the girls grow up through the process. And, you know, not just, I was just at the tail end at this, right? But honestly, the only, you know, the person that deserves more recognition and seeing the girls in the team develop throughout the years is Victor. So, you know, if you would come up and just say some things for the girls.
So for those of you that don't know, this is not the first time the girls put us on the map. Is that correct, girls? Where did you guys play last year? Can you remind me? The last year and the year before? Montana?
In Arizona.
Exactly. So just so you know, they are on a roll. So next year we'll see you here again, correct?
Aged out.
You're aged out? Are you kidding me? Oh, well, the next group,
College.
college,
High school CIF.
but your next team will be here too. So the next age group that's
Yeah.
coming up.
Just proud of you girls. I've seen, I think, more than half of you girls since you were at the league, T-ball, Pee-wees, working your way through the stages of Little League. So very proud of you. It's something I'm never gonna forget. I think I'm going out on a high as far as president, watching you girls and your careers at the Little League, but excited for you guys' future, high school. Hopefully go on to play in college. If not, I know you guys are going to succeed in anything you guys do. It's been my pleasure. And to the coaches, I mean, you guys put in all the work with the girls. You got to deal with practice schedule, team mom too. You got to deal with a little bit of drama too. I know how it goes with girls. But very proud of you guys as a team, and way to represent Baldwin Park. Also like to thank City Council, the mayor, Council Member Ayala. She's been our biggest supporter by far. So I want to give you guys a lot of thanks, and to our new president too, who's taking over. I wouldn't be leaving the league if I didn't know it was in good hands, and I know with Frank, it's gonna do better than ever. So thank you guys.
And how about those parents? Your parents, all of our parents that are here, can you please stand up, please? The parents. Because of you, your girls are where they're at. So thank you, parents. Victor, what's the age limit for this league?
So the ages are 14, 15, and 16. So 16 and under.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So they're pretty much all aged out of playing for the league. They're gonna play in their high school teams and do really well. So hopefully we'll be back to CIF ring. Right? I think most of these girls go to Sierra Vista. So hopefully we'll be back with the CIF ring.
Well, you are at Sierra Vista,
If
right?
not, whatever. Some of these girls go to Northview, Bishop Amat. So, you know, yeah. So hopefully they'll do well.
Thank you, Victor.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I just want to real quick, I want to, first of all, thank each and every one of you for being at this level, and you have a bright future ahead. So make sure that you guys gear yourself for the future as well. So I want to thank you. And Frank, also as a new coach, thank you. and all the participants that will assist you. And then going out, Victor Velasco, thank you, brother. We've known each other for many, many, many decades, I should say, and serving as coach for 15 years. Am I correct? Is it 15 years? What a career as a volunteer. So I want to thank you for your great participation, and all the parents, all the individuals that are here that have made this team what it is today. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And I know Baldwin Park PD has sponsored
Yes.
the team as well.
Yes.
So thank you, Baldwin Park PD, for that
you.
sponsorship that helps the girls and the coaches get through their games and everything that they need. So girls, keep up the good work. I know it has taken a lot of discipline for you guys to be in the team and succeed. So you already have the discipline. So the sky's the limit, as they say. You can do whatever you want in life. Congratulations.
I just have one more thing to say. If I can get a last applause for the pitchers that we had, because they never complained, and even when it came down to playing 3 games in one day, they never complained, and they went out there and gave it their all. So if we can give an applause for the pitchers, please.
Can you name those pitchers?
Oh. Also, we were representing Officer Riveros out there when we won state. We had black armbands representing Baldwin Park, and we also had his shirt most of the time when we took pictures out there. So we're representing, and it's also in our.
I saw the number on your hat.
Oh,
That's
we were
awesome. Thank you.
representing for the city.
Thank you. Thank you all. Now we are moving on to public communications. City Clerk?
Yes, Mayor, this time we've received 3 speaker cards. We'll begin with the first, Irma Morales with the LA County Library.
Good evening, Mayor Avila, City Council members, city staff, and community members. I wanted to talk about some upcoming programs we're having at Baldwin Park Library. The first is for the month of September. We're having library card sign-up month. So if you don't have a library card and you come in and you sign up, we're giving a couple of free little prizes for people either getting a new library card or adding their email address to their library card. So it's library card sign up month for September. The next one is we're having Design a Bookmark. It is the 46th annual bookmark contest, and that's for ages kindergarten through 12th grade. And what we have is your Design a Bookmark for LA County Library. We have 4 categories. There's kindergarten to grade 2, grade 3 to grade 5, grade 6 to grade 8, and grade 9 to grade 12. And so any entries for Baldwin Park Library, we pick winners for those different age groups, and those groups go to the next level, and then the Board of Supervisors actually picks some winners. So that information has been sent to, I sent it to Christopher about the bookmark program. The next program we're having celebrating Constitution Day. So we're having a Constitution Day scavenger hunt in the library. We're also having a Citizenship Day reading challenge from September 1st through the 30th. It says, join the Citizenship Reading Challenge, calling all adults readers. It's a challenge to explore U.S. citizenship and immigration through book lists, activities, and resources. And lastly, we have a mobile clinic coming in from the LA County Health Services. It's a free clinic, and it'll be on Thursday, September 11th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's a free clinic for people experiencing homelessness. So some of the services they're going to offer are primary and preventative care, urgent care, prenatal services. All that information can be found on the library's website at lacountylibrary.org. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Irma.
Next, we call Yanetta Whitley.
Good evening. My name is Juanetta Whitley. I live in La Puente, California. 14021 White Sail Street. Sorry. To the board meeting, councilman, mayor, everybody helped to make up this congregation this afternoon. I'm here in regards of the Florence Planner property. And I think it might seem like a sermon. I want to thank you. But the gentleman came up and gave the prayer. It touched my heart. Then I can further go on and say, we don't need these condos. We don't need these villas. It's so crowded over there. It's ridiculous. If we get this in here, we're going to have a much bigger problem that we're already having over there in La Puente, Planner. If we could get a park over there, it would be great for us. I pray that everyone in here would see that it's a need for this park. I've gotten old, I can't get around, but I can, somebody take me right over to the park. Then the kids just riding around on these scooters and little bikes. I almost saw a little boy get killed. And if we can get that park in there, these kids will have somewhere to go in the afternoon. And if you feel within your heart that you can help us not have this zoning sold to the Stone property to build condos and villas over there. We need your help. We need your concern, and we need a park. It's so crowded. We already having a problem without a park there already. People jumping in my back fence, people trying to break in your house. We got everything going on over there. We need your help. Help us get a park over there. So help me God, I would appreciate that. We can do a lot with a park. Thank you so much, and may God bless everybody in this building.
Thank you.
Next, we call Yolanda Pompa.
Good evening. Hello, City Palm Park board members. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. But I'm here. I live on Millbury. But I'm here I know you guys adopted this issue, and we're here just as homeowners asking you guys not to give them the okay to build 105 condos, apartments, whatever they want to do, but that we would have it open for a park, a community center, an education center, something other than what they're trying to propose here with you guys. We also, I'm just here to remind you guys to think of us homeowners here at Bassett and say no to Storm Properties, please. Thank you guys for your time and your ear.
Thank you.
Mayor, we received 3 additional cards, so I'll call Cindy Rubio.
My name is Cindy Rubio, and I live here in Baldwin Park for the last 60 years. And there's been a lot of concern about the things that have been going on in our neighborhood. I've been here a couple of times to talk about that. And I'm here to talk about the dial-a-ride for the senior citizens and the disabled. The buses that are running with the with the dial-a-ride have no air conditioning that's working, or they have two vents in the front. Those buses hold 16 seats and they have room for wheelchairs. I happened to be in the bus the other day. It was 100 degrees outside. It was 95 degrees inside the bus. The windows do not open. Gentleman that was sitting all the way in the back had no air whatsoever. And it's dangerous, and it's dangerous for the drivers to be driving under those conditions. They can become lethargic. They can get dehydrated. It can cause them to have an accident. So I know that there's no time to discuss, and there's people who cannot discuss this or they don't have the time to do it. But I'd like to know if it's possible that I could myself, if there's somewhere I can look up or review what is going on with the transit. I called and spoke to someone. They told me that you're going to have a decision on what to do about the dial-a-ride, but not until December. And that if we continue to have problems with the air conditioning systems in the dial-a-ride, that they would stop the service completely. And there's several people that depend on that, several senior citizens that depend on that. And so I would hope that you don't do that because the question of safety came up. So that's my main concern, that if you could give me the information where I could look it up myself, since there isn't time or no one has the time to discuss these items, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Can someone get Cindy's number and get back to her with that information, please?
Yes, Mayor, we have her number. Next, we call Balbina Angulo.
Oh, buenas tardes. Estoy viniendo aquí porque estaba los postes que están allá atrás, está uno que está quemado, los quemaron de abajo, no sé, y pusieron en unas partes que no, que está derecho de la calle, hay lumbre ahí, no sé por qué los pusieron ahí. Luego dejaron mucha tierra, pilas de tierra y todo cochinero. Y luego a la calle que está al salir de Baldwin Park, los apartamentos esos que están allí, toda la basura, lo que rentan allí, todo tienen ahí mucha basura. Y eso, pues, sí, no se ve bien, porque como ya pusieron toda esa luz, pues se ve bien, ¿verdad? Con la luz, pero todo ese se ve muy feo, no sé. Quiero no sé.
Talking about the area where they're lighting.
Good afternoon. I'm here because of that place over there by the light, the posts, they're burnt and we cannot see anything. That's right on the street over there. I don't know why. And there's a lot of dirt. There's a lot of trash on the street and it's, being piled up. There's all kinds of trash and we can see, and it really looks ugly.
Sí, por favor, señora, sí, por favor, ¿le puede dar la dirección donde está esa basura y eso quemado que dice?
I will give it to you.
Ok, por favor, porque para saber dónde está eso.
Next, we call Sandra Sarabia.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Sandra Sarabia, vivo en Millbury también con el problema de los 105 condominios que quieren construir ahí. Vemos que ustedes hacen cosas muy buenas aquí en Baldwin Park. No queremos ser la excepción, que nos hagan un parque en vez de que nos hagan 105 condominios. Que no queremos que nos quiten la tranquilidad de todos los vecinos, que aparte la mayoría de los vecinos son seniors. Entonces, ¿por qué les van a quitar su tranquilidad? Al construir 105 condominios, les van a quitar su tranquilidad, mucho ruido, contaminación. Entonces, ellos no merecen eso porque ellos tienen toda una vida viviendo ahí y más aparte, ya ha habido problemas de estacionamiento. Con 105 más departamentos, ¿se imaginan ustedes qué tanto problema haría? O pónganse un poquito en nuestro lugar y les gustaría tener 105 familias detrás de sus casas. No hay estacionamiento. La calle es muy angosta. Más aparte, cada domingo van a tirar cosas a esa área verde allá atrás. Cada domingo yo he tomado videos y cada domingo van 2 troques a tirar basura atrás. No es basura, pero no sé qué van a tirar, muchas ramas, troncos de árboles y lo hacen todos los domingos. Entonces, por favor, está en sus manos que nos ayuden a hacer un parque o háganlo por las personas mayores y por todas las familias que estamos ahí viviendo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Next, we call Alicia Romero.
Good afternoon. My name is Sandro Sarabia. Here in regards to the 105 condominiums that are going to be built. You have done very good things here in the city, but we need you to focus on creating or building a park instead of 105 condominiums. Most of the neighbors who reside in that area are senior citizens, and these 105 additional residences will destroy their peace and quiet, and we also create a parking crisis, because with 105 new condominiums, you can imagine the problem we're going to have with parking in that area. Also, the street is very narrow and it's very difficult to drive by, and an additional issue is every Sunday they come and dump some kind of trash. I don't know if it's trash really, but they dump branches from trees and all that. So this situation's in your hands. Consider building a park, do it for the seniors, and do it for all our families. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I came up here knowing, yes, that there is certain things in Baldwin Park. Well, my name is Alicia Romero, and I live on 1303 Farnell Street. And I know that there is things that can be improved, but I also want to thank Baldwin Park City. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the residents. I want to thank the businesses, because as a mother having 2 children, and one of my children, 32-year-old Anthony Olivares, passed last year in a car accident. He was very proud of the city of Baldwin Park, love Baldwin Park. So I, in his name, come and thank you all, because for me, to my son, to feel so proud of a city, it makes a difference in my heart. And I come to thank you all, to make that difference in my son's life and in my other son's life. I feel very happy living here in Baldwin Park. No city is perfect, but if we all join together and help each other, we can make it better. Just make it better. That's all I want. I want everybody to know that I thank you all in honors of my happy, loving son, Anthony Olivares, just like the officer that died, Officer Bart. It came very much in my heart because almost at the same age. And I thank you all for supporting, for leading in such love. That's what I like about Baldwin Park. And I will keep that in my heart, and I will keep doing my part of being better of a person. And thank you all. I really thank everybody that lives in Baldwin Park, everybody that means well. It makes a difference, and it made a difference in my son. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. I'm glad.
Thank you.
Next, we call Jorge Del Real Carlos.
Good evening, board members. My name is Jorge Del Real Carlos. I'm here once again and continue to fight against the proposed plan of the 105 condominiums being built or proposed to be built at the Florence Flannel site. We ask you, or I ask you again, to please reconsider, keep this space a green, open public space as it should be, as it is intended to be. We all know privatizing it is not the solution. It's better for you, it's better for us, it's better for the community. Please keep it open. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, that wraps up all speaker cards received.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to come up and speak? Go ahead, come on.
Good afternoon. My name is Monse Ojeda. I live on Millbury. I wrote this because I didn't want to forget it, so I'll be reading it off my phone. I live directly behind the proposed condo site. If this project moves forward, my backyard will face tall buildings filled with strangers looking into my home. I will lose my privacy, my peace, and the calm neighborhood that my family and my neighbors have worked so hard to preserve. This project puts our community at risk with only one narrow entrance emergency with vehicles who will not have a safe or reliable access. And that is a public safety hazard that the city cannot ignore. Our streets cannot absorb the added traffic, and the overflow parking will damage property values and quality of the life of every family here. I've already seen trouble signs. The developer has been dumping tree branches and materials on the site that no one knows what it is. If they cannot manage an empty lot responsibly, how can we trust them with a large housing project? This land belongs for the public. Giving it away to private developers, it is only irresponsible, it is irreversible. Once it's gone forever. Our community is united and is asking for this land to be preserved as a park, a place for children, seniors, and family to gather safely. Parks increase property values, reduce crime, and improve health. Condos will only bring congestion, danger, and frustration. Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to come up?
Good evening. Prefer to speak in Spanish language because my English language isn't.
Español.
My English language is not 100%. So, yo vivo en La Puente, en el lugar que se quieren reconstruir 105 unidades, la cual no nos gusta por la razón, comenzando por una razón que cuando nosotros compramos las propiedades allí, en ese tiempo nos dijeron que era una área residencial. Por lo tanto, nos dieron las propiedades a un precio que en entonces era un precio muy alto. Ahora parece barato, pero en ese tiempo era muy alto, costaba muchísimo para pagarlo. Hemos estado pagando taxes. He estado pagando taxes por 40 años y voy a seguir pagando. Cuando yo me desaparezca de este mundo, mis hijos van a seguir pagando taxes. Mis nietos van a seguir pagando taxes. Pagar taxes por ese terreno para nosotros va a ser de por vida. Nunca vamos a dejar de pagar. Por lo tanto, si nosotros ponemos algo para ese predio, ¿por qué no podemos conseguir algo que nos ayude a nosotros? Cuando se inician las construcciones, 105 apartamentos, por lo menos se van a necesitar 2 años para construir. Imagínense ustedes, 2 años escuchando los tractores, 2 años, dust for everywhere. So, de manera que, ¿cómo es posible que ahora, después que hemos colaborado tanto, no nos hagan algo que nos favorezca, así como nosotros hemos favorecido hace un año, el año pasado creo que, si no estoy equivocado, se quemó ese predio. Nadie se hizo presente de los dueños, de quien sea, encargados, dueños, nadie se hizo presente. Nosotros estuvimos gastando nuestra agua, todos para evitar el fuego. Entonces, para eso no nos ayudan. Yo tuve que poner unas ventanas porque se me ahumaron. Tampoco, nadie. Entonces nosotros colaboramos en lo que ha sido posible y no hemos tenido ninguna recompensa. Ahora, ¿cuál va a ser la recompensa? El ruido, la basura, gente que... No estoy diciendo que la gente que renta es mala gente, pero hay unos que no les importa porque mañana se pueden ir o pasado mañana se van y no les importa cuidar el espacio, cuidar la casa, porque no es de ellos. Y nosotros sí cuidamos porque es de nosotros. Y entonces la gente, pues no es posiblemente la gente que nosotros quisiéramos tener ahí. Por lo tanto,
Muchas gracias. Ya se acabaron los 3 minutos. Los 3 minutos, pero ya vas a seguir.
Gracias.
Sí, gracias.
I live in La Puente, which is the place where they're planning, or nearby the place where they're planning on building 105 units. And we don't want that. You know, when we first initially bought these properties, they informed us this was going to be a residential area. And the price was very high back then. It's probably cheap now, but they told us that, they gave us that premise. We pay taxes, we will continue to pay taxes. My children will continue to pay taxes. My grandchildren will continue to pay taxes. We're going to pay taxes for life. So if we invest in these properties, why can't we find some kind of reward or something to help us? 105 new units is not going to help us. Can you imagine they're going to spend about 2 years building these units? And this will mean to us, it will be 2 years of continuous noise and machinery and dust near us. So why don't you help us? 1 year ago, there was a fire, and the owners of the property, none of them showed up. We had to act ourselves using our water to put out the fire the best way we could. So what is our reward? It's going to be trash, noise, and I know that the people who are going to live there are probably not bad people, but they're tenants. They don't take care, they don't have an interest in taking care of the area as we do. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to come up and speak? Anyone else? I just want to say that we are listening to everybody's concerns. We are not making any decisions at this time. We have to listen to both sides. But I do want you to understand that that property belongs to Bassett Unified School District. So they are the ones that are wanting to build this on that property. So I just need you to understand that as well. No decisions have been made. We do not have the full information on the project except for what you guys have brought to us because nothing has been finalized. But we're definitely looking at everything and listening to everybody's observances, and we will make a decision based on what we feel it's best for the community, both the community of Bassett and the community of Baldwin Park. But again, understand it is Bassett Unified property. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you coming in to let us know how you feel. Okay, so now since there is no one last time to come up and speak, I will now close public speaking. And we will move on to consent calendar items 1 through 6. Is there anyone looking to pull any of those items?
Mayor,
Yes,
I'd like to just have discussion on item number 4.
okay. Anything else? Being that there is nothing else, do I hear a motion to approve items 1 through 6 with the exception of 4.
I'll move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
We have a motion to adopt items number 1 through 3 and 5 and 6. Motion by Councilmember Lozano, second by Councilmember Ayala. Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Now we move on to item number 4. Councilmember Estrada, floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So I know item number 4, I know transit has been a big issue. We've slowly but surely have been working on our transit improvements, right? We started with our study and then we've been kind of focusing on the routes and how we maximize and maximize efficiency for the routes, especially because we're on a set fixed grant funding for those operations. So I just wanted to bring up number 4. I know that we've been talking about potentially even considering like smaller shuttles. So I just wanted to ask about if this is the best option, just because it's a full-on overhaul of a vehicle that's about 10 years old. So we overhaul the engine, and then how much longer can we expect this? Could we really expect this bus to last us?
Yeah, thank you, Councilmember Estrada. So yes, this vehicle, I believe, had approximately 250,000 miles on it. And originally, when the vehicle broke down, STI took it to Rush Truck Center, and we got quotes of about $25,000. So we talked with our fleet team, and we got a couple quotes, and we did find Nationwide Transit, which is a reputable shop that they gave us this quote for $14,200, and that's who we are in the process of using. It's definitely worth those funds to repair the bus, and that's what we've done. So this is kind of a retroactive request. The bus is, I don't know how many more years of life the bus has, maybe 3 to 5 years, but it's definitely worth the $14,200 investment. As far as your other comments on transit improvements, we did issue our RFP for transit services over this holiday weekend. So our RFP is currently out, and those proposals are due, I believe, October 2nd. That's when we'll receive new proposals. So our dial-a-ride, we did specify in the RFP the passengers that the dial-a-ride vehicles that they're supposed to be able to serve. And I think prior to my joining the city, the study was completed, and the council's recommendations were put in the RFP. And if there are additional changes that the council would like to make, we can definitely issue an addendum and modify the RFP to whatever the council would like to see in that RFP. So we can talk offline, or we can go through the RFP at a future meeting if you want to go into the RFP. It was my understanding that council made recommendations and was satisfied with the study, and those recommendations were put into the RFP.
So yeah, okay. I was asking more about just the bus, just because I think we've kind of commented on the idea of downsizing our buses, right? If we only have less than 10 people riding a public transit bus, there's no need to be riding a full-size bus, right? So is that something that you've been able to maybe explore? I mean, if we're paying, $15,000, almost $16,000 on a quote, there's still room for some errors, or might something else be needed? A 10-year-old bus, I don't know what else could potentially go wrong after 10 years, right? I know we've heard one of our residents talk about the AC. The AC goes out, that's another couple, et cetera, et cetera. So And then, how many, so is that something that we've considered? Do we have time to consider that before we do this? And if we do this, how long does it take to get this bus back running? How many buses do we have operating?
So we have 4 that are operating and 1 on standby for the larger fixed route buses. So in our RFP, I don't recall the exact number of passengers. I want to say that they're cutaway buses, they're smaller buses, and I believe we specified that they are 10, that they can accommodate 10 riders. And they have to be big enough to accommodate a wheelchair and have an ADA accessible lift. So that's the problem with going to too small a vehicle, that it can't provide ADA accessible service. But I will verify and get back to you on exactly what we specified for dial-a-ride buses. I believe we specified 10 or 12 rider accommodations on the dial-a-ride vehicles.
I have a question, Mayor. Daniel, I do have a question. On the staff report, it does show that we have 5 2015 Eldorado Easy Rider 2 transit buses that are used to operate both the Pumpkin and the Teal line. So is this bus that we're talking about repairing one of those 5 buses that are used for the Teal and the Pumpkin line?
Yes, this is for the fixed route service.
The staff report also states that the maximum number of buses in operation at the same time is 4, and the 5th one is just basically used as a backup. So is it safe to say that we have the 4 operational that we need, and we're basically going to repair the one that we're going to be using as a backup?
That's correct. Our service was not impacted in any way. We were still providing the same service even though this bus went down.
And then you said we have the RFP that's going to be coming back in October. Are we anticipating making any changes to the type of shuttles or buses that we would be implementing once we have that RFP back in October?
So yeah, like I mentioned, we issued the RFP. The proposals are due in October, and we've been on a month-to-month with STI, providing these transit services for us. So we're anticipating December, January of starting with the new contractor to provide transit, and these larger buses, there are fixed route buses. That's not going to change. What's going to change is on weekends, we're going to do micro transit, which is on-demand transit. So riders will have to call in, and then they will be picked up at the bus stops, but it will be on demand.
Got it. So once this new contract is implemented and it starts either December or January, we're still going to be using these buses here, the Teal and the Pumpkin line.
Correct.
Okay. So, okay, that was just my question. I know that the funds are coming from Prop A, so it's not gonna really take a hit on, on the city's general fund. But I just wanted to see if it was that we're repairing the backup bus, and if we were going to anticipate making any changes in the future to the type of buses we were going to use, then maybe it would have been a good idea not to spend the money on this. But if we are going to continue using these buses, even under the new contract, say January, then obviously it's safe to say it's good to make this repair.
Yeah, our fixed route buses, that service is not changing. Only on the weekends, we're not doing fixed route buses any longer. We're doing micro transit, which is smaller buses on demand.
Got it. Perfect. All right. That's all the questions that I have. Thank you, Daniel.
Like I mentioned, if the council wants to discuss that RFP a little bit more, so we can go into a little more depth on what we specified in the RFP that the contractors are to provide, we can bring that back to the council if you'd like to have more input on that. But it's my understanding that you weighed in on the study and that your input was accommodated or incorporated into the RFP.
And Mayor, I know that this was brought to us a while back, so it may be a good idea just to get a refresher as to what the RFP is requesting. And if we feel that there's anything additional that we should add, then maybe at that time we can amend it. So maybe bring this back to a future council meeting.
Yes,
You
that's a
okay
good
with
idea.
that? Not this item, but I'm
No,
saying what he
no.
just mentioned.
Okay. Anything else on this, Mr. Estrada?
No, I think that's fine. If staff feels that this is the best option, that's fine. I think discussing like long term, I think that we can discuss that when we bring back the RFP for refresher. Have any questions?
Oh, I don't know how to work this thing yet. We did ask for a brand new engine and it was in the $45,000 range. So this overhaul is in the $14,000 range. So we thought it was the most efficient and economical way to move forward.
Are you making a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second,
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano, Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Now we are moving to reports of officers. Item number 7, consideration to approve resolution number 2025-032, adopting a mitigated negative declaration MND and mitigation monitoring and reporting program MMRP, as well as the approval of the concept design for the roadside park project. And who will be presenting?
We have Nick, our city planner.
Nick?
Thank you and good. Thank you and good evening. Before I begin, I'd like to begin with by mentioning that the final version of the environmental document and the mitigation and monitoring reporting program was printed and left on the dais for your reference. Now, the purpose of the staff report is to request that the city council approve resolution number 2025-032, adopting mitigated negative declaration and mitigation monitoring reporting program, as well as approving the concept design for roadside park. This action is required to ensure compliance with the National Park Service guidelines for the $2.1 million competitive grant awarded last year for the development of roadside park. The grant funds will support improvements for the park's development. To meet eligibility requirements for the park funding, an initial study mitigated negative declaration was prepared in accordance with the California Environmental Quality Act. Roadside Park consists of 2 empty lots and is located at 1081 Leo Rita Street at the intersection of Leo Rita and Dalewood Street, and adjacent to the Kaiser Hospital and the 10 freeway. The environmental documents have been prepared in accordance with CEQA as required and as required by the National Park Service grant requirements. The design before you for consideration is conceptual, and a refined design will be prepared by staff and their consultants and brought back for city council approval. Staff is seeking approval for the resolution for the mitigated negative declaration and the related mitigation monitoring and reporting program, as well as the authorization of the Director of Recreation and Community Services to apply for the grant and concept design. That concludes my presentation, and I'm available for any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Nick. Does anyone have any questions? No? No questions. Your lucky night, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Okay,
We have a motion?
do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Damian, a second by Councilmember Ayala to adopt item number 7. Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
thank you. And now we are moving on to number 8.
Okay.
This is approval of employment agreement with Maria Moreno for the position of Director of Recreation and Community Services. Very excited about this item. I want to say, before I pass it on to Manny, I want to say that, and I think we all were equally excited about this position and the decision made. I can't find a better person that would do an excellent, or has been doing an excellent job in this position. I will say more later, but I will pass this on to Manny. So I'm very excited about this item. Go ahead, Manny.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I do have a brief introduction. I'm pleased to share an important and meaningful staff report number 8 regarding a leadership appointment within the Recreation and Community Services Department. After more than 30 years of working alongside Maria Moreno, I'm proud to announce the City Council is considering the appointment of Maria as a new Recreation and Community Services Director, the 4th director in the 69-year history of the Recreation and Community Services Department. This is not just a promotion. It's a natural progression for someone whose dedication, insight, and steady leadership have been evident throughout her career. Few understand the responsibilities of this role more deeply, and I have every confidence that Maria will guide the department with the same integrity and commitment that have defined her work thus far. I look forward to supporting Maria throughout this transition, and I'm excited for what the future holds under her leadership. When this agreement is approved, she will officially take over without the acting title Monday, September 15th, 2025, and will be the first female to hold this position and the only staff member of the department to have worked with the 3 previous Recreation and Community Services Director. She has been instrumental elevating this department to be recognized on the national, state, and local level as an award-winning department. So with that, I would turn it over with our city attorney. He has some legal information he would like to elaborate on. Thank you.
Thank you. This item is to approve an employment agreement with Maria Moreno to serve as the city's Director of Recreation and Community Services. Under the government code requirements, prior to approving any changes to the compensation of an executive officer, which includes department heads, we're required to orally summarize the proposed changes. So let me just briefly summarize those terms of the agreement that are before you. 1, there's compensation for this position, which will be set at the amount of $15,329.98 per month. That's $183,959 per year and 79 cents. This is step 1 of the executive management salary schedule. Will also be in an at-will position, the same as other department heads. The agreement also provides for a severance of 3 months base salary for any termination without cause. And all the other benefits of the agreement would be the same as for the other executive team members. So with that summary and with sincere congratulations for Ms. Moreno, the agreement is submitted to you, Council, for your consideration and approval.
Well, I'll leave the comments for later, okay? If that's okay? Because I would like to make a motion. I'm not going to give it to you guys first. I would like to make a motion to approve the contract. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
We have a motion to adopt item number 8, motion by Mayor Avila, second by Councilmember Ayala. Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you. Before she comes up here, I know my colleagues want to make comments. We'll start from my right to my left.
Thank you.
You can go
Thank
ahead.
you, Mayor. First of all, I just want to congratulate Maria publicly. I've known Maria for quite a long time, quite a long time. I would consider her a close personal friend of mine, and I don't see anyone else who could take this position, Maria, and I don't want to get a little emotional. But I'm just very excited because I know that there's no one else who's professional enough and personal enough who loves this community as much as you do. And I know your staff is very excited to continue on with you as the leader. You've always been so there, present for all of us, even when I was just a commissioner, even when I was just a regular resident teacher friend. So I know that your family is happy for you. I'm happy for you. This is exceptional, and I'm so happy to see what you're going to bring to the department and to continue with the community. So thank you and congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Well, first of all, Maria, I want to thank you and acknowledge you, your beautiful family. And by the way, she's a product of the city of Baldwin Park. Did you go to Baldwin Park High School? Baldwin Park High School. So that says a lot. 33 years ago, I sat here as a planning commissioner. Were you here then? Is it 33? When did you start?
I was a youth worker back in 1987.
Oh, 87. Okay. When I graduated from Cal State Fullerton. Let me just go on and just say that thank you very much for what the career that you've had here with the city of Baldwin Park. There is no doubt that as an individual like yourself will succeed and will persevere. And you have been a blessing for this community. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of residents besides the staff that are here that know you and can also vouch for the job that you have done for the city of Baldwin Park. So I personally want to thank you for the decades that I've had an opportunity to personally know you and your family on a first basis. Thank you very much, Maria. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I think I might have been here for Maria's first day. I don't know, but but I think we're just echoing each other and saying, we're all very, very excited to see Maria, be at the helm of Recreation Community Services. And Maria has always been reliable, and she's always been someone who's passionate about her work, and we see it, right? The community has benefited from all the great programs that come out of RCS and all the great work RCS. And I've mentioned that RCS isn't just about parks. It's not just about, the fun events. It's also about the important services like homeless services, our tiny homes, our food drives, distributions, resources, services for people that are in need. So, it's really, really important that we have people who are passionate about their work and people who truly care about the city. And Maria, through her long tenure has demonstrated that she's committed to Baldwin Park, and there's nobody better than Maria to take this position. Congratulations, Maria.
Mayor. What can I say about Maria Moreno? Maria Moreno, the time that you spent with Baldwin Park is a whole lifetime. You've given pretty much your whole life to the city of Baldwin Park. Not only did you grow up here, but you've been with the city for 37, 38 years. You worked your way up from every department in RCS, and your loyalty does not go unnoticed. I mean, talk about being loyal to the city of Baldwin Park and the community that you serve. You're a great example of that. I've seen Maria on the fly solve issues where we're trying to see what's going on, and she figures something out right on the fly. Another thing about Maria is, I met her, I think, over 10 years ago when the downtown street market first started, and she was out looking for sponsors, knocking on my office door. And I remember when she went to my office, I even told her, I said, I think you should come and work for us. Just that passion that she has for not only the city, but the community that she serves is just, a great tribute to her achievement to work her way up. So Maria, I guess it's an honor for me to say congratulations. It's a title well-deserved, a position well-deserved. Your dedication and your loyalty to the city and our community members and how you interact not only with our residents, but also our business owners is admirable. So I just want to say congratulations. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your loyalty to the city of Baldwin Park and to our community. So well-deserved, Maria.
Thanks. So it's my turn. And The hard part about being last is that everybody has already said all the great things that there is to say about you. There is no doubt that Maria puts 150% into what she does, and that Maria is Baldwin Park, raised in Baldwin Park. She has always been a part of Baldwin Park, and though she moved away, she really didn't move away because, as you all know, she's always in Baldwin Park, serving that community that she loves, providing the services that she loves to provide, that she knows people cannot do without. And it's that type of people that we need in Baldwin Park and that we like to retain. And that is why I think when we discussed about opening up this position, we decided we have the talent in Baldwin Park. Why would we search anywhere else when it's right in front of us? Right, Maria? She is an amazing person, not just an excellent worker. She's dedicated, she's humble, she's kind, she's every good possible word you can find in the dictionary and more to express who she is. You get what I'm saying. She is the perfect person for this job. She gets along well with all the departments and the people. And I love her I can do attitude. No matter what is put in front of her, she handles it and she solves it. And I am very proud to hear that she is the first woman director in the city of Baldwin Park. But this is a perfect time, Maria, when people are criticizing Mexicans and saying that they're drug addicts and they're a bunch of losers. Goes to show you this little immigrant right here. She is our director, and that makes me so proud, Maria, because you are what a Mexican is. And it makes me cry because it makes me mad to hear people talk about Mexicans and putting us down when Baldwin Park has a lot of talent. And Maria's proved right here. An immigrant woman from Baldwin Park. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, Mayor. Love that.
Thank you very much for all your accolades. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I would just like to, I put some words together, if you could bear with me. I'm a little emotional. Honorable Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and City Council members, I am truly honored and deeply grateful for the trust you have placed in me with this appointment. Your thoughtful leadership and clear direction have paved the way on this opportunity, and your guidance has been both inspiring and invaluable. To our Chief Executive Officer, your mentorship has profoundly shaped my professional career. Your leadership, support, and belief in my growth have been instrumental, and I'm sincerely thankful. I am also deeply grateful for the opportunity to continue working alongside the exceptional, talented Recreation and Community Services team. Their dedication, creativity, and spirit of collaboration have made my 31+ years of service truly rewarding. I am confident that their continued excellence will not only ensure a seamless transition, but also carry forward a standard of services innovation that defines our department. I look forward to collaborating with the executive team, whose leadership and vision will be essential as we move forward together and fulfilling the mission and priorities of our city council. I also take on these new responsibilities, and I remain committed to upholding our highest standards, fostering collaboration, and driving our mission forward with enthusiasm, integrity, and strong focus on impact. I want to thank my family for their support, my husband, my children, and my grandchildren, brothers and sisters, and of course, my mother for helping me out. Thank you all again for this incredible opportunity, for your support, and for allowing me and giving me the privilege to continue serving our community and improving the quality of life for all of our residents. Thank you very much.
Tom. Gonna take us to Gardu.
I'm up here to take a picture, Maria. This is a picture moment.
They didn't tell Mama. Yeah, good, right? They didn't tell Mama Chela. Oh. That was video fever. What's video fever?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Carril's in there. Hey. But what did he post on? Who posted? Who posted?
So his thing, so you
Who posted?
yeah.
What was it?
Send it in, I'm gonna send it to you right now, what Jim wrote, Jim's miserable.
Oh, but I gotta know what the issue is.
I'll call it tonight. Oh my God.
Call her on my way home. No.
And can you believe this whole time she did not tell her mom she applied for this job? How could she keep that from her mom? Okay, moving on. To item number 9, City Council acting as the successor agency for the dissolved Community Development Commission Item number 9, successor agency to the dissolved Community Development Commission to the City of Baldwin Park warrants and demands. Do I hear a motion?
A motion to approve?
May I have roll call, please?
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 10, Baldwin Park Charitable Relief Foundation Annual Financial Report for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2025. It is recommended the Board of Directors receive and file BPCRF's Annual Financial Report to the fiscal year ending June 30, 2025.
I'll make a motion to receive and file.
I hear a second. Roll call?
We have a motion to adopt item number 10, motion by Mayor Pro Tem Damian, second by Councilmember Ayala. Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Lozano,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Avila.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. And it looks like we are done with our agenda today. Does anybody have any comments? Somebody raised their hand over here to my left, like they're in school.
I had to slap the buzzer quick
Mr. Estrada.
before
go
you
ahead.
ended the meeting. Well, thank you, Mayor. So I just want to, first I want to acknowledge that, California's birthday is coming up. So I want to make sure we celebrate that citywide, through our marquees and any other form,
And a reminder of the history.
acknowledging California as a state. But I wanted to bring up I think it's very important that we consider the discussion regarding overlays at school sites. And we know, we've seen the type of discussion that happens with Bassett and a lot of the misconceptions about development and the sort of, and it's complex. Even we don't understand fully development and the state laws and how everything comes to it. And so, just given that we have a really good partnership with the Unified School District, I think it's important that we discuss with them what their plans are, what they're looking forward to doing when, if they're going to do any RFPs, when and how we can work with them to have community input meetings and just have a discussion that brings them at the forefront so that we can avoid a lot of that, because I would hate to have to be doing this every single time there's an idea of a project or something coming up, right? So this way we also know what the needs are and what the wants are, just having full transparent discussions with everybody to just avoid a lot of those misconceptions about what happens at council meetings or school board meetings.
Councilmember, are you talking about the closed properties? The closed schools?
Correct.
And what they're gonna do with those?
Correct.
I think it's a good idea. Yeah.
It's also the idea that, just looking at Bassett, what's happening is that school district opened up a RFP and they, decided they kind of created their own RFP. And then throughout this whole process, there's a lot of expenditures, right? Public dollars are going to be going into it. And so whether this project happens or not, we don't know, because we still have it. It's still, I think, far from coming to the agenda. But during that time, a lot of these, there's a lot of costs that are incurring. So
Yeah.
yeah, and so it slows down development, increases costs, a lot of things like that. So just having a real, just transparent discussion with our school district and like I said, with the community as well, so that there's an overlay and so that there's expectations of what can and can't happen at these locations, and that we don't have to go on a one-by-one basis.
Madam Mayor.
Anyone else? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is to Councilman Estrada. Are you making reference to the Bassett School District?
Yes or no?
Or-
I mean,
or
it's up to
combined?
them if they'd want to, right? But I know that for now we have a relationship with our school district. We can do that. If that's something that we can do with Bassett, I mean, that's also.
Okay.
But I mean, probably not right now because they've gone through their own RFP and I'm sure they have they've already selected somebody. So I think as of now, it's not even.
So pretty much having no communication with our school district because of the sites they have.
Yeah, to avoid
This.
Right.
all of this.
And that's good on your part. And I think I just want to kind of add to that maybe we should set up a meeting with the Bassett School Board, whether here or there, just so that we're also informed directly. Obviously, you have residents that are concerned from the Bassett area. And as I indicated, I met with them just that one particular time, indicate to them that the council itself at this point had not concluded. And obviously, this is a project from Bassett. And I think there's that mix up, but your idea is definitely good with the Ballpark School District, because again, they own some major parcels in the city. I want to thank you. Then on a and
Brief comments are fine, as long as we don't get into a discussion back
Got
and
it,
forth.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, and then also, Madam Mayor, I just want to bring up, if we could bring back to the agenda to discuss the actual Metrolink as it comes here with that loud horn. And for some odd reason, and I remember the funding came through when Congresswoman Hilda Solis and Congressmember Grace Napolitano and so on and so forth, that they would begin lowering or maybe not honking the actual horns as they're just coming by. And I know the only one that has been completed and meets the state and the federal level would be the one that's right here, as you're going over onto Badillo, right?
Clear on the quiet zone, it's on the process, so maybe you can bring back a report
Yeah.
so we can update them on where we're at on the quiet zone maybe in the next few meetings, so you're not rushed and just.
Yeah,
get them hurried.
You could put it on,
I-
the reason why, because that's been decades.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this whole project thing, but yeah, but.
So if I may just make a quick comment, I did ask, our construction manager, with Rail Pros about the quiet zone. And he said that we need to have a 1.5 mile segment of the rail that, has, the safety measures up to current standards, which would mean that to achieve a quiet zone, at least in this area, we would need to do improvements at McDevitt Street
Right.
and
Merced.
Merced.
And also
And
Francisquito, I believe.
he mentioned these two, but I will confirm at the next meeting, once we made these improvements at those two, then we would be able to have a quiet zone, at least here at Pacific.
You know, we could move that, and I don't want to get the discussion of it because it's been decades. and
Right, let's put it on the
You
agenda.
have the seniors and gonna live in there and so on and so forth. No,
I'm thinking maybe, if you don't mind, maybe when we complete the project in, I'm not sure, maybe 6 weeks, maybe when we come and bring the notice of completion of the project, would that be an
Yeah.
appropriate time to
an
bring
update.
that quiet zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Perfect.
Lastly, Mayor, I just want to also acknowledge on the 29th, I participated with the event, the march I had for Ruben Salazar. For those of you that may or may not know who he is, it was a Los Angeles Times journalist, an excellent Chicano who reported out on the discrimination. And I remember I was a kid when they had the riots or civil unrest, let me say it, that in East LA, where my parents' home and seeing these TVs and everything just being dragged around the whole area. But this person was a symbol of, and as you mentioned here, referencing to Maria, it's important for us to acknowledge a person who also left a major legacy, at least he did in me as a Chicano. And it's important for us to recognize, like Councilmember Estrada mentioned, the California coming into a state, because we, as I mentioned at the concerts and kept saying at every concert, that we have a history in the state of California. From here all the way down to where I was born in Brownsville, Texas, along the Gulf of Mexico. So it's important for us to acknowledge, because we have fought in different wars. And of course, that march itself was based on Vietnam and the amount of Chicanos that were being killed and coming back home and still being treated as second-class citizens, because I had cousins that served in Vietnam, 2 of which died of Agent Orange, being sprayed over by our own government as well. So it's important for us, for me, and for all of us, to acknowledge some of these people, some of these heroes. If you want to see something that was very interesting that did touch me during that time, and I was a kid, as went on to college and learned more about that civil unrest, watch Raul Reese, Dr. Raul Reese, who we acknowledged at one of our concerts as I brought him in, a top Chicano study chairperson from Cal State Northridge. It's called Requiem 29. If you want to see how they railroad us during the 1960s, that's a good start right there. It's called Requiem 29. I'll get it for you or send it off just to kind of see the history, because again, the way I've been taught growing up as a kid, that we are a multitude of different colors, white, black, brown, yellow, and so on and so forth. And we're one America, as you mentioned, and it's important for us to acknowledge that. But it's important specifically now, as we know what's transpiring throughout the country as well. And it seems to be like we're going back when Hoover, I believe, was our president then, who who was behind the removing of immigrants, including those Americans of Mexican descent that were born here that were taken back to Mexico and so on and so forth. So there's a history, and I just want to make sure that we share this because it's important to acknowledge Ruben Salazar. All right, thank you very much.
It is very important. I agree. And I just want to say, I want to add, I'm very proud of Baldwin Park and the way Baldwin Park has stood up for everybody, regardless of where you're from, whether you're born here or not born here. If you have a Mexican parent, you're not Mexican American, you're Mexican. I don't care which way you look at it because your parents are Mexican. And the point to that is that you should be proud of who you are, no matter where in time we are or what may be going on within our government. You should be proud of yourself and you should be able to protect each other. And we have done here in Baldwin Park. All our community has stood together. All of our council members, our staff, our police department, we have stood together to make sure that you are being protected, that we are being taken care of. Of course, there are things beyond our control that we may not be able to do at times, but don't forget, we are behind you 100%. Our police department is behind you 100%. And we stand with you at all times. And I am very proud to see the way we have stuck together. By the way we protested is to make sure we didn't cancel anything in our city, because that's where our saying, you will not shut us down. We stand here, we have the right, we will always have the right. And to me, that's the best way of protesting, not creating riots, not creating problems, but standing together as a community. So I thank all of our departments here in the city of Baldwin Park for making sure that has happened and that our residents are safe, because I hear a lot of good things from our residents. They feel safe here in the city of Baldwin Park. No matter what's going on in the nation, they are safe. And I know that we have, like they say, we have their back. So yes, you're right. Anyone else wishing to say anything? Ms. Joanna.
Yes, thank you. So just to go back a little bit to Miss Maria Moreno. Hi. I just want to congratulate you. I've seen you since I was a kid. You know me for a very long time. So I've seen you and all the hard work that you've done throughout the years for the city. And I really want to thank you for that, because I've got to, experience and witness and, be part of it over the years. So I'm glad that you took the leap and you applied and now you have the job. So congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you lead this team with pride.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more thing, I want to close in this meeting in memory of a friend, long friend, my brother's best friend, Mark Anthony Perez. I believe you know him. He passed away on August the 24th. He was born July 18th, 1963. So he was very young. Unfortunately, he fell suddenly ill and we lost him recently. So I just want to close in his memory. Thank you. If no one else has any more comments, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Madam Mayor, sorry about that. One last one. I was invited this weekend to St. John's. There's a military personnel person that from Baldwin Park, and they're having a church, then a dinner and so on and so forth. I just want to know I would acknowledge her there with a plaque on behalf of the city council. I'll send everyone one of the flyer if you want to be there present.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Requested. Hopefully we have enough time to request it. Yes. Okay. Being that there's no more business, we are now done at 8:46. Have a great evening, Baldwin Park.